Hello guys, KP Chamino here with a new video for Call of the Wild the Angler. And it's my first part in a new series that I'm going to do. The series is Best Money Experience Farm in the game. And I'm going to do it like this. So you guys know me already for a long time, people that follow my channel. I do the testing. I do a lot of testing because testing is knowing. I see a lot of videos going around. I see a lot of info going around on Discord, Steam. People say, that's very good, that's very good. But I never saw numbers. They show a very big fish with very big score. And they make money and very good experience on that fish. But I don't see the testing, how much every hour. What is the best setup that you can use, min-max and all that stuff. And I'm going to do that in this series. So we are going to start with the Atlantic salmon. The first part is my text file. Then the next part is the spots, the shop. Why did I choose this setup? Because you need to understand, in this game, experience depends on the score. And how can you get your score higher? Very simple, the line strength, that's all. So if you go lower on the strength of your line, you get bigger score and more experience. But it does not influence the money. You get just an amount of money for a certain kilogram of fish. And I saw that. And I was really surprised what is the best fish that you can go for. Always remember that. So I always need to find a good line that you can land every rank of that fish. If you want to go lower, or if you don't have the level that I have, because you need to have to do this testing is done with level 30 or 35 gear. If you go lower with it, that's possible. You cannot break shit in this game. You get spooled, but you will not get the numbers that I show you guys. Why not? Because you probably need to use a line with less strength. So you need to fight the fish a lot longer. So you will not get the numbers what I show you guys here. Always remember that. So that's the baseline. If you go under it with a line, you get less. If you go over it with a line, you get less too. Because your line strength is bigger, but your money is going to be probably higher. So let's get started. Atlantic salmon is the first one that I want to do, because a lot of people say that's the best one. So first of all, I needed to get the line straight. I went with the 12.5 kilogram. By the way, I'm not going to use in any of the videos souvenir gear, DLC gear. I'm not going to use that. So I only use gear from the shop. Why? Because not everybody got access to it. And I don't want to use souvenir gear because that's not that easy to get. So this is done by just regular gear. So first of all, I started with the Atlantic salmon. And I started with the 12.5 kilogram line. And the third fish I got spooled. This is not a no-go. 12.5 kilogram is too low. Then I went with the 15 kilogram and I landed the gold in 5 minutes, 35 minutes, and it was 475 experience. 15 kilogram was not a go either. It's too weak. It looks good, but it's not good. If you see here that with my setup, I had the gold in 32 seconds and I only lost 120 experience. It's not worth to go with 15 kilograms. So what is the best that you can do is 17.5 kilogram. I'm going to write it here. That's the best. You get the fish really fast in. You get still decent amount of score and experience. And you can get every rank in. I think with the 15 kilogram you cannot get a diamond in. And I don't want to make a guide that people get a diamond on and you get spooled. So this is the line that you need to use. But then there was another problem. The biggest match rod cannot handle this. The biggest spinning rod cannot handle this. So I need to go with the casting setup, the heaviest casting setup and the heaviest casting reel. Because I'm only using gear from the shop. So that's what I'm using, and therefore I'm using the gear that I'm going to show you guys a little bit later in the video. Then the next part, I started with a 1 crank in the middle of the lake. That's the place where you get the diamonds. with 1-0 is only going to produce silver. So I wanted to see, is it worth to go only for silver? You guys can see it here. I fished around for 1 hour. The testing was 1 hour. I had 2,100 cash an hour and 2,075 experience an hour, and I only caught like 9 fish because it was only silver and I had 1 gold. That's the position of the diamond. I will show you guys it a little bit later. Then the next step, I went down with the hook size. I went to a 1, and right away I had not 9 fish, but I had 20 fish already. Of course you can get bronze on that moment, therefore I got here, this is bronze, this is silver. You can see it here. Therefore, but I got a lot of more fish, and suddenly I had a lot of more experience too, and the money was like double. Was double with the 1-0. So just with going to the 1 hook and get a bronze in it, a pike I got 2, you guys can see it here. Then I went away from the diamond spot and I went to my spot that I showed you guys in the leveling guide too, and it was crazy. I got 33 fish with the same setup, a 1 crank. I had 2,800 experience an hour and 5,300 money an hour. So if you want to min-max the Atlantic salmon, you need to go to my spot here. I will show you guys it right away, and you need to do this. You cannot get a gold here and a diamond. I'm going to say you guys that at the start. But if you do this for 4 hours, you got 20,000 currency, and you will make a couple of levels. So this was the best, to my surprise. So I was really surprised this was the best. So let's get now started with the position and the setup. I'm going to save this because I want to keep it. You guys can stop it if you want to check the data. So you can see I got a lot of Atlantic salmons. You guys see that I made a lot of money too for 3 hours of fishing in total. Did I start at 36? I did 11,000, 12,000 currency. I made 1.5 level, and the funny part was the first and the second testing I had a milestone 2 in my level. So if I got a milestone with the third testing, I even made more. I think I made probably 6k every hour. So what is a setup that you guys need to use? It's this setup. We will stop a little bit later on the shop too to see the level that you need to have. So it's a Virtuoso. It's the Mediator, 17.5 kilogram braided line, and crankbait 1. You need to have something with the 1 hook. Why the crankbait? It's very simple to fish with. You can do a constant just retrieve. So this is the position that I am for people that followed my my leveling guide. So I'm here. This was the best for me. This was the 5 and a little bit an hour, 3,000 experience. So you start here, you come here, and you stop here, and you just throw against the shore here. There is a lot of bronze here, and therefore it's so good. Go with the 2-speed. What I did was this. I only fished in the daytime on all the testing, by the way, because that's important. You cannot go 1 in the night, 1 in the day. You need to test it at the same settings, otherwise it's not good testing. So you do this, and if you come, let's say, in like 10 meters, go with the 1-speed. If you got a chaser, he can still take the bait. But that's what you need to do, guys. So I cannot say more than this. And I stayed on this position. So I even fished through the dead zones, because normally you can fish against the shore here everywhere for Atlantic salmon. And on the first 2 testings, I moved. So you can even optimize it a little bit more. And why, money-wise, is there not a lot of difference? I will show you guys it with this fish. This is probably a bronze. So if you see, this is a bronze fish. Experience-wise, it gives only 90, compared to a silver is giving 200, but here, this is 175, and a silver gives 200 and a little bit. There is money-wise almost no difference between bronze and silver. Therefore, it's better you go for bronze and silver. And therefore, this spot is producing so much money. So that is spot number 1. Now I'm going really quick to the shop to show you guys what level you need to be. And then I'm going to show you guys the last spot. That's a spot that a lot of people know. And why can I not go to the map? Okay. Okay, here we are. So let's go to the shop. Let me have a look where it is. So just to be sure of the level, because I need to put it in the title. Of course, you guys can get a lot of more experience if you got a challenge and all that stuff. I know that too. But that's not something that I'm going to put in. So you need to buy this. So why not the match setup? The spinning setup. This is only 13 kilogram. It cannot handle 7.5. Match setup is maximum 8. Cannot handle it. Souvenir is all bigger, but I don't want to use it. Therefore, you need to go with the casting setup, and not even the biggest one, the Virtuoso. So those two are just the same. So, but they are at level 33. Then you need to get the reel. That's this one. This one. This is 35. I took this one. It's possible you get away with this one too at 33. But I'm using this one. And then let me have a look. The line, the braided line, what level was that? Not this one. 17.5 kilogram is 31.2. So you need to be, let's say, level 33 to do this. If you go lower, I already told you guys it. You will not get the numbers, but you still make, I think, decent money. So where is the other spot that I did the testing 1 and 2? That's where the diamond is. It's over here. So what you need to do is you just come to this spawn point. You take here the boat. It's over here. And then you go to the middle of the area and you start throwing around. So that was it, guys. So I'm going to show you guys the map. It's over here. So you just go with your boat around this area, just throw around, and that's it. So yeah, it's you need to go for the lower species to get the most money and the most experience. So it's not worth it to go for silver, gold, and diamond here, because that's not going to yield the most experience and money. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm now off to the pike and the muskie on the dam. I see a lot of videos of people saying this is very good. I'm going to test it for you guys. I want to have a look. Can I beat 5,000 currency an hour? We don't know. Probably tomorrow I will upload the video, because it's a lot of testing that I need to do. And I see you guys in next video. Bye bye.